Hey YouTubers, thought I'd make a video in relation to some slot cars and more of a comparison in relation to the performance of some brands. So I've pretty new to the game, and I've seemed to amass quite a collection of cars here, but I was doing the same thing, researching what is the best car. I raced RC cars for a while, so I kind of knew which brands were good, but in terms of slot cars, I had no idea. I heard of Scale Electric, and that's about it actually. And Carrera, which is a digital car, which I have one up here, which I'll add to the mix. But yeah, so I thought I'll do research, and after buying a few and running a few and having some run some other friends' cars, I can tell you honestly which one's really good to race, which ones looks nice, and which ones pretty much you're just gonna sit on your shelf and enjoy being a shelf queen. So we'll start from this side, which is a Ninco. So this is a analog. These are all analog cars except this one, which is a Cura digital. So this is a Ninco analog car. So Ninco's been around a while. This is a 4-drive version, so it's got a belt that feeds the front wheels. Really basic design. The motor doesn't really flex. So what you want to do is if you want good performance and grip, you want to separate this sort of mechanism with the drive chain, with the pinion and spur and the motor, into a different compartment to the chassis. So when it's riding on the track, it has movement to go up and down, left and right, and so it doesn't get upset. Ninco, this is a solid piece. Inline motor, so the motor's directly in line. This is a great, really robust car, and I use it to for my kids to play on the Carrera analog track. So quite not really fast, kind of okay tires. These are stock tires. I keep these pretty stock. You can't do a lot of tuning unless you get a 3D printer and actually print your own chassis with specialized motor pods that you can connect in from other manufacturers. But then you're throwing a lot of money to get this car as fast as, say, this car out of the box, and I mean at double the cost. So it doesn't make sense to make this as fast as that when that costs half the price of this. Or to get this, you have to pay a lot of money. So then this is also a Ninco. This is a slightly better Ninco. So you've got like a angle winder motor. Still, the design is one piece, sort of chassis and motor transmission details in one. There's a bit more flex because you can loosen this, and this flexes much more than that one. You can loosen that one, but this one's a nicer car. Generally a wider wheelbase. Front tires kind of flop around. Can't really adjust the height unless you start making some modifications. People have taken this chassis and swapped them out to a Ninco Pro Race, which is a slightly stiffer chassis. Upgraded these gears to NSR gears. NSR and Slot.it make a gear set that you could buy to directly swap this out. So you can go from the plastic nylon gear to a lightweight aluminium gears. So, but once again, you're looking at plastic tires, front and rears, and you're throwing more money towards this car to try to make it as quick as one of these, when you might as well buy one of these if you're gonna like racing. If you like the look of these, then by all means collect away. Ninco don't make new ones anymore, so Ninco actually don't make slot cars anymore. So yeah, whatever you can get your hands on, whatever you like the look of, then yeah, good to sit on your shelf. The next car I have is a Fly. Now Fly is a nice car. It's got a separate motor pod, and you can see it's got some springs so it can move. So a little bit of suspension there. Very light body, more designed for your beginner racing. Not many aftermarket parts for these, so you can fab your own sort of parts or make other parts from other big manufacturers fit these. Not the fastest car, but once again, if you tune these, still better than tuning these two. So ignoring this car, because this is a stock standard Carrera digital and they're really heavy, these threes are what I would think would be competitive in your sort of GT class, LMP class, without having to buy one of those sort of slot fly wings that just go around the circle for no reason. Okay, so this is a Slot.it. So this is starting to look like a proper race car design. I'm not talking about aesthetically, I'm talking about chassis wise and performance. So you've got a separate motor pod, angle winder, 20,000 or 21,000 RPM motor. You can adjust the float on this. You've got aluminium wheels at the back. Aluminium, that is a plastic, but it's on an aluminium holder with a brass pinion. This is stock standard out of the box. You've got a proper guide, proper wires, front tires and wheels are no grip, but the tires at the wheels at the front are still plastic. So this is kind of like 90% out of the box good. Like you can tune this and it'll be competitive. So what I found is if you like driving, if you're quite like stable cars that are quick that you can tune a lot with, try to get something with a longer wheelbase and a wider wheelbase. If you start racing something like these Porsches, which have a shorter and more narrow wheelbase, they can feel a bit more twitchy. So obviously something with a longer wheelbase is more stable, and something a bit wider will give you better cornering performance. And it's generally more stable to drive quickly and consistently. So yeah, so this is a Slot.it. So this is a pretty nice car, and we don't generally run with magnets, but you can take these off. You can upgrade the motors, you can upgrade to wider wheels if you want, give you more grip, depending on your the rules that you race under. But yeah, so generally I would start with this if you're serious about running fast. So that's a digital. So next one is Revo. So this is a Revo slot, and the great thing with Revo slot is it comes with aluminium front wheels and rears, an aluminium mesh. So you got aluminium pinion and the spur gear, decent motor, a design that has float built into the chassis separate to the body mounts, really smooth, 4 bearings, aluminium chassis. So this thing is hefty. It weighs like 95 grams as opposed to Slot.its that weigh like 80 grams. So these are really stable. They corner really fast. The center of gravity is really low because all the weight's in the chassis and it's quite low. No weights on this car, and it's quick and nice to drive, consistently nice to drive. So yeah, I would just literally, if you were to if you only had money to buy one race car, or a car that you actually like racing and want to be competitive, either start with a Slot.it if you like a bit of tuning, or get a Revo and swap out the tires that you run at your club, and she'll be quick. So this is a white kit which I painted with my son. Yeah, just a basic paint. So yeah, really nice car. The next one, the last one, is NSR. So these are designed and but made in China. These are designed from a company called BRM, but made in China. So these are factory made China, designed in Italy from Slot.it. This is your top of the range, out of the box slot cars. We're not talking about custom builds, we're talking about buying one off the shelf, basic tuning, put on the track and start smashing laps out. So this is a NSR. So NSRs come with you can get these special design guides with guide arms, crazy 21k motors with lots of torque, nice lightweight aluminium tires with an air system, their own, I don't know, they're debatable whether or not they work, but apparently there's a strip underneath this, and when the car hits full throttle it creates a pocket of air which helps the car level out. But still, do your touring of your tires, make sure you get the right compound for where you race, and yeah, it's really good. So this is a stock out of the box, and these cars, these NSRs, demolish everything else that's on this table out of the box. Just, they're so quick, really fast, and super quiet, super smooth. Yeah, so but these are a bit more pricey. So these are about 120 Australian dollars. That's about $100. And you got 90. Don't know about these flies. I was given this one as a gift. And then your Nincos range anything from $30 up to like $40, $50, depends on which ones. But yeah, these are out of the box 120. We just changed the tires on them. I won the track on mine because I couldn't keep up with the you know how I was saying the cars with the wider tracks and the longer wheel length, they're more stable. So generally we run, there's a couple Corvettes and the AMG Mercedes, and they're generally wider than the Porsche. And I would struggle. It was really twitchy, always on the edge. Fast car, but you have to drive the pants off it. And so I won my track out, put some popper tires on it, and she runs really good now. Not the fastest, but really stable and consistent. So yeah, so there you go. I'm sure there's other car companies out there, but these are the most common ones, and I hope you found this useful as a comparison, yeah, compared to the other ones online. So last thing, these digital cars. So these digital cars are designed for digital tracks, and they have a transponder inside. This is made by Carrera. Love the bodies on these cars and the details. Really nice, and the lights come on and everything. I've had friends who bought these cars just purely for the body, and what they've done is they've taken this body and went and bought a Slot.it custom chassis, and then retrofit the body onto the custom chassis. But that's an exercise if you really like the car and Revo or NSR don't make this car, then you could buy the custom kit and then buy this body. But then again, you're looking at like over $200 car, which will be slower than a $120 car or slower than a $100 car. So there you go. If you just like racing, then get yourself one of these. But if you like tinkering around and swapping things out and making your own custom build, then you could get one of these and swap them around. Alright guys, talk to you next time. Bye.